Mostly on our projects we use roller hinges and sometimes concealed ones. We don't use regular ones at all. This is something that is selected individually for each profile. There are some complex mountings both for roller and concealed hinges. We'll experiment, see what options are available, and look for ways to optimize the project without compromising quality. And of course, if more of these products appear, that would be great. Alright guys, let's continue our series of videos where we dive a bit deeper into technical details and different implementation options. I decided to make a video about door hinges because we get a lot of questions about them and our managers have to explain it to clients every time. Hopefully this video will help you make the right decision and understand how everything looks and which option is best to choose. So there are three types of door hinges. They are standard, roller and concealed hinges. Now I'll talk about each type separately. A standard hinge is surface mounted, visible and fairly bulky. They can be 2-section or 3-section. 2-section hinges are sufficient for a residential home. 3-section hinges can handle a bit more load, but mainly they're used in places with high foot traffic. That is in stores, schools, or anywhere you need something reliable but inexpensive. So this is the most budget-friendly option. 3-section hinges are always installed there because there are many opening and closing cycles. The second type is roller hinges. These are something in between concealed and regular hinges and they're a bit more expensive. Roller hinges are definitely the most popular because they're a good middle ground option. Mostly on our projects we use roller hinges and sometimes concealed ones. We don't use regular hinges at all. Roller hinges, by the way, come in two types, anodized black and anodized gray. These are the most common ones, already factory made. Of course, you can find options on the market like stainless steel or ones for painting and so on, but those are exclusive types that we don't use. Basically, we use either the black or the gray option, depending on the color of your profile and your design ideas. 90% of the time, it's black hinges, regular standard black roller hinges. Next, the third option is concealed hinges. Concealed hinges are expensive, quite expensive in fact, and they're European made. And there are also concealed roller hinges made by Dorhan. Dorhan, yes, or maybe Dr. Han or something like that. This is a German brand and accordingly all these hinges are brought in from Europe. They're quite expensive. It's possible that some Chinese equivalents will appear on the market soon. Maybe there are already some out there. Yes, we're always searching for them as well. Recently a supplier reached out to me. They've started importing some Chinese roller hinges which seem to fit Alutech. So we're going to try them out, see what options are available and look for ways to optimize the project without compromising on quality. All these roller hinges and concealed hinges are profile dependent. In other words, you can't just take any hinge, buy it and install it on any profile. They have to be adapted to a specific profile system. And the manufacturers of these systems, Alutech, Prof, Seal, it doesn't matter. Well, whoever bothered to address this issue did so. For example, Kraus didn't have them for a very long time, and as far as I know, they're still only in development. These roller hinges, they keep trying to implement them. They still haven't implemented them. Maybe they have by now. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't been following, but I do know that about 6 months ago, they still didn't have them. I asked them, so for the 71 series, they didn't have roller hinges. So this is a topic that is selected individually for the profile for such complex mountings and for roller or concealed hinges. But a concealed hinge is of course really cool. It's cool because you can't see it at all. It's completely embedded into the profile. Its load-bearing capacity is of course a bit lower, but not by much. It's still quite sufficient. You can use it for large doors, and we also use them quite actively ourselves. If we're talking about implementing certain structural features, you can make a structural door or one with glued glass or glued panels, and you can use both pivot hinges and concealed hinges, as well as pivot hinges for that. It's just that you'll see the hinges and the glass will look slightly milled around those hinges, whereas with concealed hinges nothing will be milled. But keep in mind that where there is a concealed hinge, two glued elements, two pieces of glass or two panels will catch on each other when opened. Therefore, on the frame part of this glued glass, you must always bevel this strip and make sure to space them apart a little. You need to check the drawings. There should be about 10 millimeters, so the gap will be a bit larger to ensure everything opens smoothly. But we know how all of this will be implemented, so in any case, the choice is yours. My recommendations are, of course, a roller system. At the very least, a concealed one if your budget allows. So make the right choice and send me your projects. We work all across Russia and Europe, Kazakhstan and other countries. We can implement your project anywhere, including the USA and Canada. If you know me or have any tasks, be sure to write to me. My contact information will be in the description. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. I'll be very glad. I always read and reply to everyone and I share all useful information. So goodbye to everyone.